right, this is the last part of 0106 is section 1.8, which is going to be homework 8 in 0106 in Connect Math, and it's about talking about terms, coefficients, and constants. So a term, right here, oh, it was drawn, there we go. A term is always separated. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Oh, I erased it. Separated. I'm using a new digital pen here. Separated by adding or subtracting. So you'll see a plus sign here, a minus sign there, a plus sign here, and a minus sign there. And what that means is that between each one of those is a term. Let me try to find a better color here. So the 4x squared y, that is one term. The plus 7xy, that's another term. The x is a term. The y over 9 is a term. And then the minus 12 is a term. That means there's 5 terms in that expression. Now coefficients are different. Coefficients are always attached to variables. So coefficients are attached through multiplication, attached to variables. I apologize for my rough handwriting here. So a coefficient has a variable attached to it. So a 4 is the coefficient, that 7 is a coefficient. If there's a negative in front of a variable, there's a coefficient of, I'm going to try to draw another arrow here, -1. This y over 9 is a little tricky. Y over 9, there's a 1 in front of that y, we just don't see it, which means the coefficient, I'm going to abbreviate here, is 1 over 9. So anytime you have a variable divided by a number, you put a 1 in front of that variable, and that is a fraction. Oh, it got erased. 1 over 9. Oh, it's erasing again. 1 over 9. So in front of the y over 9, the coefficient is considered 1 over 9. Now the -12 is not attached to a variable. So the -12 is considered a constant. And I'm sorry, this is getting a little messy, this new pen. So that -12 is called a constant. Hopefully your notes will be neater than this. So again, terms are always separated by a plus or a minus. So in this example, there are 5 terms. Coefficients are always attached to variables. So the 4 is a coefficient, the 7 is a coefficient. There's a -1 here as a coefficient. 1 over 9 is a coefficient, but -12 is not a coefficient, it is a constant. So hopefully you were able to follow that. Go ahead and try one. At any time you can pause this video and try it on your own and then see if you can get it right. I'm going to try to find a different color here. So go ahead and try one and we'll see how you did. So for you try one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So 4 terms. The coefficients, I'm just going to abbreviate that, COEF, coefficients are -15, 1, so in front of r squared is +1, and then -4, but the 8 is not a coefficient, it's considered a constant. So +8 is a constant. So 4 different terms, 3 of them have coefficients, and 1 of them is a constant. Those are considered variable terms, terms with variables, and the +8 is just a constant. We always call a number by itself a constant. All right, so along those same lines, we're going to look at different terms. These are not connected in any way. They're not added or subtracted together. They are just a group of terms. And we want to see if they are like terms, if they have the same variables. A variable could just be x. A variable could be x squared. There could be an xy. There could be all kinds of different powers attached to those. So we want to make sure that they match. X and x squared are different variables. X and x times y are different variables. So if we look at this first example, we see y squared in the first term, y squared at the middle term, and y squared on that last term. Those are considered like terms. Like terms. If we look at the second example, I'm going to change colors here. If we look at the second example, we see x to the 6th, x to the 9th, and x to the 4th. Those are not like terms. They are not the same. If we look at the third example, part C, we see a squared b to the third, a squared b to the third, a squared b to the third. And it doesn't matter what the coefficient is. The coefficient value can be any number, but we're looking at the variables and what they are. A squared b to the third is true on every single term. So these are considered like terms. And then on the last one, we see 9c and 4d. C and D are not the same, so these are not like terms. We're not doing any of the math yet. We're just identifying different parts and if they're like terms or not like terms. So again, I recommend pausing the video, trying the second example, the you tried 2, A, B, and C. Determine yes or no, are these like terms in the group of 3 or 4 terms? So for part A, the answer is yes. They are all k squared. On part B, we have xy squared, xy squared, xy squared. That's also a yes. Remember, it doesn't matter if the number in front is positive or negative. The coefficient doesn't matter. We're just looking at the variables. And then on part C, we have r to the third s squared. And then we have r squared s to the third. Those look very similar, but they are not the same. So those are not like terms. So with that idea, we're going to combine like terms. Combining like terms uses adding or subtracting, and it depends on the sign and the symbol. We might be adding or we might be subtracting. So negative 9k plus 2k, we're just going to look at the negative 9 and the plus 2, and that's going to give us negative 7, and we don't lose the k. Oh, it erased itself. K. So negative 9k plus 2k is negative 7k. The k stays the same. On part B, we have 1n here, and we have negative 4n here. So that's going to be negative 3n, and then we have a plus 8 and a plus 3, and that's going to give us plus 11. I think we talked about this in class. We tend to put our variable term first and then our constant if we're adding or subtracting two different terms. So negative 3n plus 11. That's supposed to be an equal sign. It must have drug a little bit. Now if we look at part C, we've got fractions. Fractions are always going to kind of slow you down. So we need to add 3/5 t squared plus 1/4 t squared. So off to the side, we need to do 3/5 plus 1/4. And the only way to add fractions is with common denominators. So that's why I say take it off to the side, because we're going to have to do some work. I got interrupted. I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Okay. So we're working on common denominators. So we have 3/5 and 1/4. The LCD would be 20. So I'm going to multiply the first fraction by 4 over 4. The second fraction by 5 over 5. That's going to be 12 over 20 plus 5 over 20, which is 17 over 20. So 17 over 20 is going to be our fraction, 17 over 20, and then t squared is going to be our terms getting combined. On part D, we have a lot of different terms. So sometimes it helps to either color code or do different shapes to help collect the terms. So you can, okay, so you can circle the x squared terms. Make sure that the sign in front of the term goes with it. So positive 10x squared, because there's no sign in front, and this is going to be a minus or a negative 2x squared. So 10x squared minus 2x squared is going to give us 8x squared. Then you can either change colors or change shapes or both. We have a positive 6x, you can draw a square this time, plus 5x. So that's going to be plus 11x. And then again, if you want to change colors, when you get down to the last term, you might not need to. So if you want to, you can. I had a student one time that was able to draw triangles around them. I tend to mess up when I try to do a triangle. So you can do a different shape if you want to, or a different color. I didn't mean to draw over. Let me erase. Oh, maybe. Can't get to the eraser. All right, anyway, so that was minus 13 and plus 4. So our last term is going to be minus 9. And that comprises your entire answer. Positive 8, that's supposed to be an x, squared plus 11x minus 9. So when you combine like terms, you can only put terms with the same type of variable together or constants together, and you add or subtract using the same rules that we already know. Go ahead and try 3 for a minute, and we will go over it. You can pause the video, try it on your own, then play it back and make sure you got it right. 6z plus 5z should give you 11z. Q minus 4q, oh, it keeps trying to draw a shape on me, minus 4q gives us negative 3q, and then negative 9 plus 11 gives us positive 2. So negative, sorry, I drew that way over there, negative 3q plus 2. On the next one, again, we have fractions. So we have 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3. So let's take it over here to the side. 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3. We need to make common denominators. The LCD is 6. So this one's already 6, so I'm okay there. This needs to be 6, so we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2. So then it becomes 5 over 6 minus 4 over 6, which is 1 over 6. So this answer is 1 over 6 c squared. And then the last one on here, we've got 2y squared plus, this is going to be 1y squared. If it helps, you can put a 1 there. So that's going to be 3y squared. And then the next one we have positive 8y minus 3y. So it's going to be positive 5y. And then we have a plus 5 and a minus 1. So plus 4 is the last term. And all together is your simplified expression. All right, I'm going to pause there. These videos only record for 15 minutes at a time, and I don't want to get cut off. So I'm going to pause there, and we'll continue on the next video.